Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm excited to share a new recipe with you today that I think you're really going to enjoy. It's a moist and flavorful tres leches cake that's perfect for Easter or any occasion. To make this cake, you'll need some basic ingredients. You can find the complete listing of all the ingredients in the description below. So pause the video and gather your ingredients so we can make this delicious cake together. I'm going to start by buttering the baking dish using a piece of clean paper towel. I'm using a rectangular 13 by 9 baking dish. Rub the bottom and the sides of the dish with butter. Then sprinkle with flour and move it around to ensure all sides are covered with the flour and discard of the excess flour. To ensure that there's no eggshells in the batter, break open the eggs in a small bowl and using the eggshells, scoop out the white stringy part of the eggs. You don't need to remove it, but I prefer to do so. Transfer the eggs to a large bowl and whip on medium speed until they have a light yellow color. After reaching this point, mix in the vegetable oil, vanilla, and the applesauce. I found a chunky applesauce that I was dying to try with this recipe, but you can also use regular unsweetened applesauce. Lastly, add the sugar and mix on medium speed until well combined. In a separate bowl, sift the all-purpose flour. If you want to purchase this little tool, I provided the link in the video. Then mix in the baking powder, baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and spices. And mix well to combine. Next, add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And mix with the whisk or hand mixer on low speed. For the last and final ingredient, add the finely grated carrots and 1 cup of raisins. Using a spatula, fold them in until well combined. Then pour it into the baking dish. And bake at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Remove it from the oven and insert a toothpick to check the doneness, and allow it to cool down for 20 to 30 minutes. Using a chopstick or a fork, poke holes all throughout the cooled cake. This year, I decided to add a little twist to one of my favorite cakes by making a tres leches cake. Then prepare the tres leches mixture by whisking together the condensed milk, evaporated milk, and heavy cream. If you want to add extra flavor to the mixture, you can also add a bit of vanilla extract or any other extract of your choice. Since I made 2 cakes, I thought about making extra mixture for the cakes. But the amount of the tres leches mixture was perfect for both cakes. I used half of the mixture for one cake and the other half for the second cake. Cover with plastic and chill for at least 4 hours or overnight to allow the cake to soak up the milk mixture. We're going to finish the cake with the whipped topping. In a large bowl, beat 1 pint of heavy cream. If you're making 2 cakes, you want to double up on the ingredients. Whisk on medium-high speed until it begins to form soft peaks. Then add in the vanilla and 1 cup of confectioner sugar, a little bit at a time. and continue mixing until stiff peaks form. Dollop over the cooled cake and spread out into an even layer. Then sprinkle with finely chopped walnuts and a little bit of cinnamon if you want to add extra flavor. Once you have completed the recipe, it is recommended that you chill the dish for at least 30 minutes before serving. This will ensure that it achieves the perfect texture and consistency, and will also help to enhance the flavors. So whether you're hosting a party or just want to have a delicious treat ready for your family, this recipe is a great option that you can prepare in advance. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching the video. And if you prepare this recipe at home, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. And enjoy!